Over this past weekend, I was out with some friends, and one of them asked me, "What in the world is going on with home prices?" They saw a news report that talked about home prices are appreciating, but some friends of theirs that are selling their home have had to reduce the price several times, and it's still not sold. And that's part of the challenge that we're facing here in Frisco and Prosper right now with regards to confusion. There's confusion in the real estate market. So today in this video, I'm going to try and work through this with you and kind of give you the breakdown on exactly what is happening with home prices. Hi, this is Andrew with the Andrew Smith team here in Frisco, Texas, as I just mentioned. And these friends that I spoke to over the weekend are not the only people that have asked me that question in recent weeks. There's just a lot of confusion out there, and it gets very, very difficult to gain a clear picture. And part of that is due to the terms that are being thrown around and what they all mean and what it actually means for you if you're in the market to buy a home. So I'm going to try and break that down here today. And when they're talking about appreciation, appreciation of anything means that prices are increasing over time. And most of the reports that we're seeing right now are referring to year over year. So they're saying, as of right now, we are seeing year over year appreciation. Now, depreciation happens when prices overall are going down. And right now, what we are seeing is month over month depreciation. Home prices have been falling month over month, yet they're still up year over year. All right, so you any more confused now? So on top of that, they've been using the word deceleration a lot. And what they're referring to there is deceleration occurs when home prices continue to appreciate, but at a slower and a more moderate pace than they have in the past. So let me give you some actual examples here, and hopefully this will help make a little bit more sense of it. So home prices here in Frisco peaked in April of this year. So April 2022 is when home prices peaked. And for the month of April in 2022, I've got it here, the median sales price in Frisco was $760,000. Now by August, so not long ago, the median sales price was $639,000. That is a decrease of 16% between April and August. So prices locally are definitely coming down. But if we go back to August of 2021, the median sales price in Frisco was $560,000. So if we go August to August, prices are actually still up 14.1% year over year. Now, likewise, if we take a quick look at Prosper, in Prosper, home prices peaked in May instead of April like they did in Frisco. And in May, the median sales price in Prosper was $926,000. Now, in August, the median sales price was $780,000. A decrease, just like Frisco, of 16% between May and August. However, in August 2021, the median sales price in Prosper was $665,000. So year over year, prices are up 17.3%, even though month over month, they continue to fall. And I understand it does create a bit of a dilemma. So, the interesting thing is, 2020 and 2021 were kind of an anomaly in the real estate markets here. Because if we look at trend lines over the last few years, if we remove 2020 and 2021 and slide 2022 up against 2019's numbers, we're actually trending on a fairly normal pattern. It's a fairly normal period of growth that we're seeing. So 2020 and 2021 were the anomaly. And why is that? Well, you had artificially low mortgage rates. The Fed was doing a lot behind the scenes, which brought mortgage rates way down, artificially low. At the same point in time, you had pandemic and the work from home concept that kind of accelerated demand. So you had these low interest rates plus the work from home fueling demand against what was already a low supply. So that kind of ramped everything up to what we've seen. What we're actually seeing now is everything just kind of settling down. I've got a link to last week's video in the description below that talks about housing affordability and what we're actually expecting here in the Frisco and Prosper area, North Texas, actually over the next few years. But the bottom line is, if you were one of those people that were planning on buying a home and were frozen out due to multiple offers, due to bidding wars, due to nothing being available and not wanting to play that game or not having the cash to pay way over appraised value, the good news is all of that's gone except at the lowest price point in the market. So you now have opportunities that you didn't have before. Yes, but interest rates are so much higher. The mortgage rate is higher. You're right, they are. And that definitely has an impact. But to offset that, many of the sellers out there right now, and a lot of the new home builders, are putting programs in place or offering incentives, if you like, to lower that down. It's called an interest rate buy down. And they can actually lower the mortgage rate and have it fixed, not at 5 3/4, but maybe 4.5, 4 3/4, somewhere in there. Right. So again, many of the builders, especially those here locally, have fantastic incentives in place for that. So if you'd like additional information, please reach out. Send an email to andrew@theandrewsmithteam.com or give me a call at 469-388-0978. And I'd be more than happy to share that information with you. And if you haven't done so, click that little bell to be notified when I put a new video out, and consider subscribing to the channel. I put new information out about Frisco and Prosper all the time, and I'll update you as I hear more so that you can make the best decision for you and your family with regards to buying or selling a home. Until next week.